Would you believe it if I told you that King Philippe the Great was truly as great as people say he was? Would you believe if I told you that a person like him only comes once every 200, if not 300 or 400 years, and achieves something with as much greatness as he has? He's not yet the crowned emperor, but it's not going to take him long. He just needs to assemble everything that is happening, and we will be going from there. I have to tell you right now, I am incredibly, unbelievably happy with how this went. There were so many chances we took, so many difficulties that we braved, and in a way though, it was easier than it ever could have been, because everything fell into the lap of King Philippe. Italy, Aquitaine, Savoy even now is joining, completely realizing that the time to not join this empire is over, that there is no choice anymore, that it is just a reality. Oh my god, you are... I gotta ask, is it the diplomatic court? Then again, I mean, it has to be the diplomatic court to a degree, but, you know, in all fairness, we have been incredible. I offer you vassalage as well, Kenneth, because we will unify these lands. It's not even a debate. It will all come together. So many things fell into our lap, and so many things we achieved with pure willpower. Whether these times of peace and of success are to continue, I can't tell. Whether these times will become worse, better, remain the same, go on forever, nobody knows, but I can tell you, in today's episode, we are actually going to do it. All I need to do is get the money, and I think we can get that money slowly but surely by selling a bunch of people back here, I'm sure. Get the faith, and then we are good to go. Now, I thought about this as well. I brought it up, I read your comments on it, and I ultimately came to a bit of a compromise. I altered the Holy Roman Empire decision. The law of only letting men rule the empire. Obviously, that plays a big role in the myth of the Holy Roman Empire, and it does play a big role in the Salic law as well. We, however, come from a completely different background. We are Gasconiera. We follow different rules and different ideas. And so with that, I think what we are going to do is I changed this law in a way where instead of instituting male only, it will institute male preference, making it very, very unlikely for, you know, a woman actually taking over, but it doesn't make it impossible. I looked at this in particular because Gasconiera is a culture surely that will soon open up to women taking power, taking titles in the very same way that men do it. But the Italians, they don't work that way. And in Italy, there are many, many people that are French. And of course, in France, there are many French people as well. And they follow the strict law of male inheritance, at least as a cultural guidance. It still happens every now and again that a woman takes over. Remember the strong lady of Valois as well, if I may find her here. There she is, Queen Giselle. But in particular, the Kingdom of France. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to make it equal. I'm going to make it male preference via the decision. You can see it destroys Aquitaine, Francia, and Italia. And it does something truly, truly incredible. I can't believe it. We just need the money, and I think then we are good to go. Obviously, we need to take, stock of whatever is happening in France. I need to take a look at Duchess Marguerite. I do trust her. I think it is fair to say I trust her. Duke Tommaso, I trust him as well, but are they really still... Honestly, I'm going to remove Duchess Veronica from the council. I looked at this and I'm saying to myself, I think Duchess Veronica should go. Not because I distrust her, but she abused my faith in her when she kept declaring wars against Wieden. This is basically me just saying, listen, we need to make smart choices. And here, I suppose, is where Duke Friedrich comes into play. He immediately realizes that this is, of course, his opportunity, you know, to put himself into a role that he deserves. This man is a smart man. First, he seeks out my son. They become friends, and then he, of course, you know, finds himself in the position of being on the council. Eventually, obviously, we will have a different chancellor, but for the moment, Duchess Marguerite will do. She's a great lady. We respect her, and she's already 76. I'm not gonna kick out a pensioner. Come on, this market, in this economy, it's a tough world, right? So, yeah. For now, we will simply carry on. We will accept all the people joining us here with vassalization. I will obviously accept this, as well. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? The only part that goes disunited is, of course, Leon Go here. But I don't think... I think we can deal with this you know, after we declare the empire. I don't think this is strictly speaking necessary. Now, I just want to take a quick gander here. They all appear loyal. They all appear fine with our rule. What an incredible story, isn't it? I hereby invite you to a feast. Yeah, obviously I will attend, Duchess Marguerite. I do appreciate you quite a bit. There is not a single dangerous faction. There are some angry people, led by Count Ladron. Could release you, I suppose. But only she gains the opinion. She can't even ransom her. Isn't that crazy that he isn't willing to pay money? We have a bunch of dukes here. And this is interesting because it puts us into, you know, a bit of a different location here in France. France has a very decentralized power structure. We rule via very well-established dukes in the south. Whereas France has many, many and very selfish counts in the north. How do you still have... Ah, it's the mercenaries. Once the mercenaries are gone, he will be gone. I love that he proposes Hildegard for the throne of France here. I mean, come on. They want to install Count Ladron. Ah, and that is why you are in this faction, aren't you? Look, they are all in the same region, not of the same fella. You're a Bonifazi. Count Ladron. You are a Bonifazi. Isn't that right, huh? Obviously, I see cooperation. You know how we work. Count Ladron is a Bonifazi, he's family, he's an important claimant. I don't think that I have to fear Prince Simon. He's a nonsensical candidate, but... yeah, Prince Ladron, he may be a bit of an issue. We do have a couple of independence factions here. Duchess Ida. Are we over our vassal limit or something? Where can I see that again? Here. I thought, yeah, 14 out of 62. No, we're doing fine. Okay. This faction, the independence faction, is quite bothersome. Duchess Ida, I mean, she probably is as powerful as her mother was. Duchess Borgogne of Toscana. Wait. You're Valdensian. I mean, that explains that. I would definitely say that explains it, huh? I would like you to consider converting. Where did the old duke go? Did you oust him? Installed by faction demand, I see. Uh-huh. So now he still and only holds Pisa. Oh, that actually makes it clear to me. Duke Tommaso has to go. Instead, I will put in... oh, he can't go. Technically. Alright, Duchess Borgogne. So he was incapable, ultimately, of actually finishing off the Valdensians. And you can't be converted until 1059. I could revoke your title. If she refuses... yeah, she's in a faction here. This faction may rise up. I would like to deal with this through compromise. I'm not gonna... come on. I could imprison her. Ah, that situation is tough. I don't know what to do about Toscana yet. I won't engage immediately. We just had a campaign. We're still in France, I'm sure. You know, I just hear the stories that Toscana is a troubled neighborhood, and obviously I need to consider that, but I'm not sure that I have that wherewithal right now. Count Pierre is taking the knee. I really do appreciate that. That is a very, very noble gesture. And you know what? Let's just hold court. Oh, no way. Duchess Marguerite. Wasn't I just at her feast? Did I already return? Oh, okay, we just returned and she passed away of old age. Well, in that case, I can give the role that she deserves to Duchess Ida. Duchess Ida is a vassal that can advise me on the topics of France. Ruling this realm, might I add, is very difficult. We are talented, we are basically destined to do it, because we speak all the relevant languages. We are in a position where we, of course, have unified this realm and everybody actually loves us, but we don't understand the French. We are not French. I will take the advice of Duchess Ida on these matters. I hope that she can advise me on how to act around the French, and maybe... yeah, there she is already. I love this. Maybe Duchess Ida and her family, the Hainaut house, I'm not sure, will ascend to basically be the voice of the Emperor in France. The protectors of France, if you will. I will hold court, and let's see who shows up. Maybe the French, maybe not the French. A peasant woman stands before me, informing the court of her plan. The recent war took toll on the countryside, and we're not sure who the culprit was, but they looted an important cultural site to us Occitans from Albi. Please, we beseech you, spare some of your resources so we can see it restored. I got nothing against you, Brigida. It's just I don't really have the money. The peasant ends her request with a clumsy bow, a clear indicator of their lowborn status. How are we currently doing in terms of relationship? I need to tab out here. We're at 100%. If theirs was pillaged, it's essentially also ours. So the way I see it, I don't really see this distinction that she's making here. We cannot afford to spend gold on this matter. But we are a good king. Isn't that who we are? I would love to catch the bandit that did this. You know what? I'll pay. It's for the good of the realm. I want to show to the French, in a show of force here basically, that I support my vassals. Their lands, their worries are mine. And we ought to stand together. Again, the cultural acceptance doesn't actually change here, but I hope you know where I'm coming from. My lord, I regret to inform you that I am at the end of my tether. My daughter-in-law, Duchess Veronica, is clearly exasperated. The people over which I should rule are an uncontrollable mob of unruly barbarians with ridiculous customs and a terrible taste for food. All my efforts so far have been in vain. It just seems impossible to make civilized people out of them. I'm afraid a strong intervention from above is the only solution available now. Tommaso. I mean, it's a shame that he has to even participate in this. We respect the traditions of all of our subjects. I think this holding court here, I think, is the most important holding court that we have ever done. With our French woman in, with our French chancellor in our ear, with our Anglo-Saxon wife, with our Gasconiera people, that I am of course as well, with a French bodyguard. Veronica, I tell you today, yes, Gasconiera is our culture. But maybe you might be too young to understand this. In this realm, we have to stand together and rule together. Gains local tradition respected. Popular opinion plus 20. This is in all of these, obviously in her property. She loses 20 opinion, sure, but no. This will set the entire tone for this realm. The Roman Empire knows many peoples that are all Romans. We will respect their traditions. My lord, I represent the Occitan people from the county of Albi, states Asna de Castelbon. A lot of trouble in Albi, eh? A nobleman from Bayona. We are devoted and faithful subjects, but our land is poor, underdeveloped, and scarcely populated. Please allow us to recolonize it and to administrate it according to our traditions. Under your benevolent protection, our land can still prosper, and you shall gain a new faithful vassal. I think I do know what is best for the county of Albi in this case. I'm a humble man and I don't disrespect Asna, but I have done a lot for the Occitans, and at the end of the day, the Occitans are my people as well. I think I have been a good lord of Albi. Please do not spread your lies. My business here is done. Yeah, for cultural understanding, this was an incredibly, incredibly important meeting. Yeah, and Marguerite died of old age. That is rough. A ransom here, yes, thank you very much, I appreciate that. Shouldn't we be able to ask the Pope, Countess Sancha? Oh yeah, okay, this fits perfectly. This is our foothold in Iberia. Sancha, she has a bit of a bug here, don't worry about it too much, but she is, of course, now a vassal of ours as well. I think the Western Christian world, I think they got the memo. They understand. They fully comprehend what is going on here. Quite frankly, we could even go further towards Lorraine, but no, I would love for Germania basically to be this empire. Not that they're ever going to form it, you know, but in principle, it would be the same story as France here. Yeah, we will already get France here into the HRE as is. Yeah, look at that. The Western world got the message. They understand that this is the way it is. The only person that didn't get the message is Duchess Bourgogne. Tell me about this. Ooh. Oh. It's all the French, yeah. All the French small lords are attempting to put something together there. Now, Duke Lothair is obviously still very angry at me. Can I quench your thirst for hate here? Honestly, I believe in people being able to change. Yeah. I think I'm fine with him claiming the lands that he rightfully is the Duke of. Absolutely. I don't really see why we would deny him this pleasure. Obviously, you know, there was a bit of a struggle between the two of us, but you're not a person that is stubborn, that holds grudges, and so on. A verdict from heaven. What is this? It's a miracle. Asna has had a vision from God. He ensures me that Count Ladron and I are divinely ordained to be friends. I like that. We shall tell Ladron about this vision. Asna, let us pray together in gratitude. You know what? He's a zealous man. Let's pray. I'm befriending people for political reasons here. Your neighbor's under attack, not for purposes of genuine friendship. I think we're using our friendship without a doubt in a... Wow, is this a claim? Oh no, it's just a claim on a county. Oh, and she's a Nitrava. That is... The damn Moravians are so powerful. That is actually insane. Propose alliance. No? Are you okay? I don't think so. Oh, there you go. We didn't form a friendship, but became much closer to him, and I think that is good enough. We weren't truly friends. I don't think that is where we came from. The person that I would like to be true friends with is Duchess Ida of Valois, because again, I do believe that she can basically protect our position up in the north. I will befriend her, at least I will attempt it. I might learn a different language, but he's not really... I mean, what could he learn? Italian, I suppose. German? Could learn German. Sure, he's a very important advisor. I will attempt to learn your language, but more importantly, I would like to see whether we don't have a knight from the north, and I would like to challenge him. I would like to... I could challenge Prince Simon, but that would be cruel. An important duke. Now that is a good person to challenge. I want to just show and assert that we can be unified in honor, in dignity. Oh, and he wouldn't accept it, wow. Relative prowess and personality. I guess it's because he's calm? I'm not actually sure why he would deny us there. Istria is the next duke here, Savoy. We could have a duel with Savoy. Would he accept it? Yeah, he would. But he's not... I mean, he is French, actually. Holds very little land in France. Yeah, that's the thing. I would enjoy fighting with one of my knights, but I just... You know, I'm gonna take this fight. Where was he? There was a very talented fighter here somewhere in the north, and merely a duke, but I assume one of the best of the realm. Yeah, there he is, Count Bouchard of Penthiviers. If you defeat me, Count Bouchard, you're an honorable man, I can tell this right now, and if you defeat me, you might become the next Duke of Brittany. Show me what you're worth, Count Bouchard, because oh, come on. Oh, it's because he's wounded. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Here I was with my speech and then it all falls apart. Are you willing to spar? Maybe we can work this out. Maybe we can work through this, you think? Wants a seat on the council? I will spar with him. And I will show people that I'm a fair but a strong fighter. At least I hope that I will win so that I can actually show this. Strike, parry, riposte, or attack first, hard, en garde. I will attack, parry, riposte. Let's keep it basic. We know how to fight. I leap into action, launching a flurry of thrusting jabs, driving myself hard against Simon's guard, wearing him down with each expertly timed strike. Simon shifts into a defensive stance, his dagger forming a damn near impenetrable wall. My form is good and his form is formidable. I could... You launch into a blistering spiel about Simon's failures. I think, in a way... Not to be overly cruel, I don't think we want to be overly cruel, but in a way I want to say, Simon, France had to be united under the Roman Empire. You were the false king for this realm. I think that is how we're going to go here. Increase to your risk of injury, Jesus. I may lose just because I clicked it, but whatever. Some might call me mad to critique every aspect of Simon's life in detail while he attacks me. They don't know the satisfaction of a captive audience. Simon pulls away from me and my every blow, letting me attack without getting another solid hit in. It's not long before I can feel myself beginning to tire. My form is deteriorating fast. That is not good. We are not having a good fight here. That's the best you've got. You can't even hit me. Time and time again, I backpedal, dodge and weave, always keeping just within tempting target distance. Soon, Simon's showing signs of exhaustion. Simon counters with a fierce hail of quick slashes, almost gutting me repeatedly. My form is good and his stance is incredible. I am the fastest blade in Aquitaine. Oh, and we actually won. Yeah, this was a show fight of me attempting to show people that the righteous king of France stands in front of them, when I stand in front of them. Only when Simon has been beaten into a near stupor do I deliver the final blow, disarming him with one smoothly piercing thrust that sends the man's dagger flying. I prepare myself mentally and physically to run him through, posing perfectly the second my opponent yields. Gains the trait wounded, and the battle is over. He actually takes it. Well fought, my king. You bested me fair and square, Simon says. This practice will surely serve us well. Should there be a war in the future of Aquitaine. So, okay, I need to reinterpret this, obviously, right? I think he takes it. I don't think he likes it, but he takes what has happened here. You gain sparring. Delusions of superiority. Maybe he even let me win. Maybe he knows that he can't come back from this right now. Maybe he is plotting for the future. Who knows? Freedom and friendliness. It would please me greatly if you were to release my acquaintance, Countess Eleanor, from her dungeon cell, she says, running a hand through her hair. A cheap way of winning Ida's good graces. Yeah, no, I do agree. I can be quite, I think, I've been, I should say, rather forgiving in many, many ways. And she didn't do anything against me, and Veronica became my marshal. Of course she did. She ousted the Duke of Istria. Veronica is this. She's just, honestly, she's just a fairly bad ruler. She tries her best, but she has been a fairly bad ruler. It's just that simple. We would be giving him limousine here, right? Yeah, we would be. Is that the Jour Aquitaine? Yeah, it is. Okay. Sure. I don't see why we wouldn't do that. I will grant you this vassal. I need a guardian for Aznar, my grandson. I would like my son to take care of him. Sure. How's your first son coming along? Just like you, huh? Ah, that's a difficult situation there. We could get an alliance with King Garcia. Let's go. King Garcia Savalier of Galicia. Oh, he is in control. I love to see it. What artifact do you have that I may be interested in? Why am I stealing an artifact? I don't know. I don't actually know. Anyway, that is good. Our spawn is now, well, our relatives, our nephew is now on the throne of Galicia. I love that so much. Honestly, I could see ourselves just... We are using inheritance, of course. Our heir, right, would be chosen randomly as is. I could see myself, though, I'm really interested in maybe playing this child in Porto, for example. Let me... Oh, well, any of these children, really. Look at all of them. I would be really interested in playing in Iberia after we found the Holy Roman Empire. Let me know what you think on that topic. I think that is a... Yeah, I would love doing that. It would be a fresh start after we achieved what we set out to achieve. But then again, of course, I don't want to say that it wouldn't be interesting to keep playing in Aquitaine. I think there would be so much to be done, potentially. Either way, a war is determined by its battles, but battles are determined by their preparations. I think the experience that we have made is... My armies must always be well supplied. No castle will hinder my efforts for long. Across rivers I strike with a certainty of high tide. I think I will become a military engineer. Yeah, we have made the experience that sieging is important beyond anything at all. Anything else, it does not matter as much. A gesture of generosity. Again, with this, usually I just go, we can read the room. We know that after we released her friend, she already is deeply, deeply positive towards us. Why can't I ask you for money, my friend? Oh, I don't want to ask you for money because it would cost me piety. Yeah, we just have to wait, I suppose. My... Court grandeur is still going up. And there you go, we have actually worked it out. We are closer than ever. Oh, we didn't become friends, potentially because we already have so many friends, but we are quite close. And you know what? I will send her a poem about legacy. I would like to essentially tell her, if you aid me now, if you pacify France together with me, we are looking at the greatest achievement anybody has ever created. You have to realize we are just, a few months, couple of years maybe, after this huge campaign started. I mean, think about it. We are 10 years into his reign of Aquitaine. Isn't that insane? Well, 11 technically, but isn't that crazy? What has happened in 11 years? This is all still very, very quick. We are essentially looking at a situation where we are barely establishing our order in France, and she is definitely the greatest assistance that we could have hoped for up there. I really do have to thank her, no matter how we look at it. We achieve another martial perk here. I could see us go towards Overseer. I could see us go... No, honestly, we're a gallant. We just love fighting. What do you want me to say? I just love fighting. We are a bit of a beast, and rightfully so. Now, our son here is turning brave, and obviously never back down from a challenge Nuno. And our youngest is a good child. He's arbitrary, but he's a good kid. Prince Nuno Felipe. We might try to get him on the throne. The others would be rewarded. He already has Provence. He already has Basconiaco, of course. And then Nuno may become the emperor. He would gain Carcassonne. Quite frankly, I think Nuno deserves Carcassonne no matter what. There is no Duchy of Languedoc right now. Obviously, we took it. Yeah, I think this is the plan. We might vote for Prince Nuno as emperor. Prince Martin can be happy with Provence and Auvergne. It is a very powerful gift, and he is a shy man. I think he knows that he's not made out to be emperor. And then Prince Alva gets the most important part of the realm, which is, of course, over here, Basconiaco. And we do now have a bit of a civil war here. It goes against Violon. Can I ask her to surrender? I want her to surrender. I hate nothing more than that woman. And she defied me. Is she winning this? Ah, she is winning this. Of course she is. Well, okay, we have calmed down. The situation has calmed down, I should say. Duke Alarico of Toscana. I can demand that he convert. I will ask him. Mayor Gil's friendship. Mayor Gil of Blaya. Hasn't he spoken? I can't remember. I can't quite recall. You need to let me know. Was he the one that dueled the lady of where's the city here? Of Tartars? I think he dueled her, right? So he has spent a lot of time in our surroundings, basically. Yeah, it is so rare to find a friend, and he is a good administrator. Now, we are currently, of course, still learning High German to please the Transuranian Lord. I'll gladly pay. Honestly, no. Beatrice, she's blind, and that's why she's giving us... This is the event, right, where a blind woman gives us a gift. I don't think he cares enough about the question of, you know, learning languages. This is the last language he will ever learn, really. And he wants a hook favor. Of course he wants a hook favor. This is your last chance, Toscana. Wait, I actually need to ask. I don't like him. I already gave one hook into this area, and he defied me. We may have an independence faction here on our hand. I will not bargain for your soul. I will intervene directly. I think I shall intervene directly. If I take these titles, obviously I have a right to it. He may rise up. I will demand that he hand over Toscana. Elvira comes of age. She is a depressed but good person. And she does deserve a good husband, doesn't she? Prince Ulrich of Bayern, is he inheriting? Oh, he is. No way. She is a woman. I know that a number of people take issue with matrilineal marriage, but I think the Wilhelmiden are a very unexperienced house. I think they are asking the Holy Roman Emperor for support. And that may very well mean that they have to marry Elvira. Yeah. This is an incredible marriage, Jesus. That is actively insane. I can't be the only one that realizes this, right? He won't have a claim to anything. Ansel, no. Yeah, I mean, why not? They accept it because we are just, let's take a look at this actually. Desirable match, desires an alliance. I have too many alliances, and still it's counted. It's because Queen Leodwyn's opinion of me, and that opinion, I mean, I am an outstanding man. Yeah, she simply says, I ask for your protection, and I say I can give it to you, Bavaria, if you accept my wife, my daughter takes the throne. After you're such a deviant, you have been a remarkably terrible person. Obviously, she would accept that. And obviously, I will accept this invitation to a feast. I will never not accept it. And he actually rebelled. Oh, you poor soul. Oh, you poor soul. I'm at a feast while this happens. I'm not even present as he rebels, but I don't think it actually matters. I shall raise my armies. The Valdensians must fall. Yeah, may their union bring happiness. That is incredible. What an insane marriage. Embarrassing impatience. Count Maurice announced a slight delay to the service of the food, and Count Maurice looks ready to burst with frustration. In between grumbles from his stomach, I only hear grumbles of displeasure. Maurice has a point. Where is our food? I mean, it's not wrong. We are gregarious. We need to feast. Obviously, we ask where our food is. I don't think I need... I think this may be slightly overkill, huh? I think we can do with just one army here, huh? Which one of these? So actually, it's gonna be you that stays around. So you already go and siege. The other army, we shall dissolve. Another innuendo. I will always play into the innuendo. Closer to a friendship with Countess Dubessa and closer to a friendship with Count Maurice. I like that. That's nice. And I wasn't watching for just a second. I will, of course, attempt to engage him here. Don't know whether we can, though. You will get dissolved here. Yeah, we're going to take care of this rather quickly, I assume. Especially in particular, of course, I can now arrive at the front after the feast is over, and we will be much more successful in sieging that down speedily. And as you can see, wow. We killed their commander. Their commander actually just died. Wait a minute. What happened here? Which was one who signed after Coimbra clash against the Kingdom of Galicia. He just conquered this location. Sheikh Adelheid Schiskayes of Bergantia was taken over. Yeah, Iberia, it's troubled. It's not in danger, but it is troubled. Either way, I will take care of the Valdensians once and for all here. There you go, the war is over. It, as I said, wasn't really that big a deal. I do not trust this man. I do not trust him one bit. All of your titles are mine. Oh, that was a bit of a bug, I suppose. All of your titles are mine, and honestly, Tommaso, you are the most annoying kid, but you tried. Remember, he revoked Pisa. He tried to take down the Valdensians. He just failed. And you know what? I'm gonna clean house, and then I will hand it back over to Duke Tommaso. He tried his best. He's part of my family. Let's make sure that all of you convert if you are willing. Blessed be God, you at least got the message. That's right. I will revoke your title. Who do you think you are, kid? Who do you actually think you are? Anything for the faith. You're not getting any money from me. Whoever is advising these children is misguiding them. And look at that. I don't even know why. Why am I at 50% already? Oh, I hold a relative of theirs prisoner. This fella here, Tortona, is inviting, he's part of the Carling dynasty, Nuno to the festivities. Of course, he will be there. And then I will actually end this war already. This title, listen, I will give Tommaso free reign. I was soft on them. I was a good man. I let them be. And this is how they repaid me, by rebelling against imperial decree and authority. It is utterly, utterly unacceptable. My friend, I will hereby grant you these counties already. The duchy is soon to follow, believe me. That shouldn't be that big of an issue there. Yeah, there you go. No. None of this is acceptable in these lands. This will actually, we will round it off in this episode. I have to tell you, we will definitely do it. We will be founding the HRE, but wow, we actually speak the language of all of our vassals. French, German, Gasconiera, well, Basque, of course. I feel accomplished. I will send him a letter to show him it was the right choice to join us. He is impressed as well. I don't know what to tell you, but everybody goddamn loves this king. I don't know how King Philippe actually did it. He took over, and every episode was more positive for him than the last one. My friend, I have cleaned house. If you want to return things, then so be it. None of my concern. Oh, and I imprison him. I can't force convert him. Oh, I could negotiate release and demand conversion. Okay, I forgot. I should have revoked his title. That's fine. I will obviously do this, and I will make you renounce your claims as well, just so that you leave this be. Toscana needs to finally be quiet. Do we understand that, child? Now what is this? Queen Elika of Bremen. Her family used to rule Bavaria. Not anymore. She wants to be a friend. My God. Have you ever seen a man like this? His mother needed to work for her friends, and he just exists. No children between these two yet, but yeah, I'm sure that they will have a good marriage when the time is right. Oh, another festivity. You know I have to attend. It's the rules. I don't make them. I just follow them. And Duke Casimir is actually pledging his allegiance to me now as well. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival. And you know what? He tried. He tried to speak Basque. It is an incredibly different language to speak. Though the Duke has clearly practiced the Basque vowels, he mispronounces several sections, humorously changing their meaning and leaving my courtiers stifling titters. No, I accept it. Duke Casimir, I respect your family more than anything. And I actually appreciate that he tried to learn Basque, and that he is giving me the money here. Because remember, I protected him from my family attacking him, right? So we have a very, very honorable relationship with them. And I think think it is time. The true empire in the west lies in tatters. The legacy of Charlemagne shattered by cruel fate. It would take a strong and godly ruler to return Germany's. Why would it even say Germany's in this event? Have you ever thought about that? Germany's imperial dignity. It's not returning to Germany, even historically speaking. It was there for the first time. Charlemagne's empire was based around this area, not around Germany. Listen, whatever. I don't like the vanilla event, if you didn't know. We will introduce princely elective. This is a rule based on consent. We found allies in France as well. We didn't punish anybody after the war, not even the person we took the title from, who surely still is very angry. We are a fair ruler, a just ruler. Renovatio Romani Imperii. The Empire of the West. For too long, the mantle of Roman Emperor in the West has gone unclaimed. Today, as I face Pope Stephanus in the grandest church in all of Rim, surrounded by my vassals and clergy, that changes. We exchange prayers and benefactions by rote, asking God to bless me with the strength and mercy to rule my empire according to his will. Solemnly, Pope Stephanus gifts me with crown and sword, and charges me with the care of all Christendom. Silence, followed by a surge of soaring hymns, drowned out only by the furious cheers of my nobles. At last, I am the Holy Roman Emperor. You gain the nickname The Great, you gain 500 fame. All direct vassals gain 50 opinion of you for 30 years. We gain the Holy Roman Empire. The kingdoms of Aquitaine, Francia, and Italia have been destroyed, and any completely controlled kingdoms outside of Italia will become de jure part of the Holy Roman Empire. In this case, this just means that, there you have it, all of Francia became part of the HRE. 7 prince electors will be selected from among prominent de jure bishops, dukes, and kings. So, from this entire area. From Augustus to Charlemagne to Philippe. The Eromatar Imperio Santua has been founded. Isn't that just incredible? Now, I would like to take a look at this, actually. Who are the electors? You know what? No. This is a thing for tomorrow. The electors were chosen automatically, but they're all chosen in cool spots. This is incredible. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. The next chapter of our journey will, of course, begin tomorrow. I will see you then, and later, alligator.